how I ended up on Wedding Talk because I hit 13 years with my husband this month, yay. But I have been fascinated to see people lose their minds over the phrase Basque waists are the new mason jars. Whereas today, both Gen Z and Millennial are pushing the idea of having a timeless look and get really upset when us late 1900s folks tell them that that just doesn't exist. Part of my special interest is the early 20th century, so I've watched a lot of older movies, and it's very clear beauty changes a lot over the span of even just 10 years. In the 2000s and 2010s, mason jars are popular not only as a means of putting a wedding on a budget to fight back against the recession, but also as a pushback to the opulent weddings that we saw in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. If you think about like Monica and Chandler's wedding from Friends, ballroom, glitz and glam, very opulent. The pushback against that was to go into the barn, wear a lace wedding dress, put on your cowboy boots, and put out your burlap and mason jars. You would have been laughed at to wear a Basque waist wedding dress in that time period because drop waist was the thing. You had to have that drop waist wedding dress. Incidentally, I look terrible in both a Basque waist and a drop waist wedding dress. So when I got married in the early 2010s, I just had a round waisted wedding dress that hit at my natural waist. I didn't have much makeup on because I wasn't into makeup at that time. And you know what? Those photos still look dated. Someone even said to me in a comment thread, "I'll just wear eyeliner and a red lip. That never goes out of style." That is one of the biggest things to change. This is a 1920s eyeliner and red lip. Note the downturned shape of the liner, which is very unique to that time period. The small sort of figure 8 shape made with the lipstick. Even just 20 years later, we had a completely different look. The Crawford sneer was huge, which involved overlining by exaggerating the outward corners of your lips. And no longer did they want that downturned eye, they started to have a winged out sort of look to support that very structured eyebrow. And post-war, we're still changing. The liner becomes even more exaggerated into sort of the cat eye of the 50s, and Marilyn Monroe especially started to popularize the pout. 90s, we can start to see with the colored photographs that the actual shade of red is changing. 90s were very known for their brick red shades. And contrast this all with the infamous 2016 makeup, where we now have blown out smoky eyes. This is where we see the bat wing being used a lot more, and the lips typically have the Cupid's bow filled in. And that's a handful of makeup trends that an amateur like myself knows. There are so many videos out there of experts doing makeup through the decades, and you can see how trends change. That's just what trends do. The best thing that you can do for yourself is realize that nothing you put on your body, on your face, or in your home will be popular in 10 years. And then in 20 years, it's all going to come back. Just wear what you like and what makes you happy. It's just no good trying to prevent someone from cringing at you 10 years from now.